Hi, hello, welcome back to another function. This is Krish Bhavna. If you're for the first time, I'm a computer science student at University of Illinois at Chicago. Finally, I'm back doing Coffee Time with Krish. So to anybody who don't know what Coffee Time with Krish is, Coffee Time with Krish is an interview where I get to talk to with other major students from different universities all across US. And today I brought in my very favorite, my best friend, sister, mentor, everything, Ria. So hi,
Hi
Ria.
guys.
Welcome to Coffee Time with Krish. Cheers. Surya, welcome to Coffee Time with Krish. I'm really happy that I'm doing this because I always wanted to do something with you. And to anybody who don't know Ria, Ria is also a YouTuber. She has a YouTube channel too. And we did an excellent out and out funny collaboration few months ago. The link will be in the description below. Don't forget to check it out.
hmm
Also, please do subscribe to Ria's channel. So tell us about yourself, Ria.
Okay, so as Chris said, I am Ria Singh. I am currently a junior at Purdue University and I am studying user experience design. Outside of being a student, I actually am working on two different projects, and one of them is that I am a part owner of a company right now. I'm working on a project outside of school, which helps me more with exploring a branch in the UX field. And I'm also, partially a YouTuber at the same time, currently taking some time off due to technical difficulties in some technology that I'm using. But I will be back once everything is fixed. And also, I love hanging out with friends and also hanging out with this dude because he's hilarious. And my channel does want you back. I keep getting messages and comments every single day asking when this little goofy boy here will come back on my channel. So schedule your time. Let's make that happen sometime in the summer.
Hopefully very soon. So I'm really looking forward for that collab. So
hmm
you're talking, your major is user experience.
Yes.
Frankly speaking, that was my first time listening to the word UI and UX when you took it. So
Mhm.
back to anybody who don't know us from Naperville North, we both took the same programming class. We both did Python
Sucked.
together.
It sucked. And that's why
Okay.
I'm not a CS major.
Yes, but still, we both are in the field of computers right now. Both are still doing something with web applications and design. So
Mhm.
that was my first time listening. Somebody taking in a major called user experience. That was my first time listening to it. And when Ria told me, I really didn't know what user experience was because I was like a new kind of major, which I was like really excited about because like what is it? I want to know. And
Right.
but I don't want to tell it. I want Ria to tell it. So, Ria, what is user experience?
So I can go into either a technical term or a beginner term, but since I'm also guessing a lot of you probably don't know what UI and UX design is, I'm going to give the same explanation I've given to anyone who had no idea what this major or career field is. So I'm going to use it in an example based scenario here. So let's say you're using a favorite website of yours. Like there's this website you just absolutely love using, but there's certain features on there that you just do not like, or it's just really interrupting your whole process of using the computer and using that application or website, whatever it is that you're using. Our job as a UX designer is to basically understand why these issues kind of come up and to actually help really research and create a solution that helps make the user satisfied. So there's where the whole user and experience comes from. It's all on the experience of how you use things and our job to improve on that experience to make you all happy.
That was perfect. I mean, I guess it gave a clear idea. So the next question is, why did you choose user experience? Because the Ria in you like really likes to explore. So what was like the major reason behind choosing user experience?
That is a very good question. And actually, I think you kind of knew this as well when I was going into the applying, like the application process for college. My dad and I had told him honestly, I had no idea what I was going to study. I did not even know what field I wanted to go in because he knows that I hate math. I cannot stand studying science. I hated programming for my life. Chris, you know this because
Yeah.
every single night I cried like doing all these programming assignments. It was really just No, I couldn't do it. I wanted to explore in a more creative field, but also somewhere where I could still get to interact with people and still use computers. So my dad one day actually found out that about this major at Purdue University because he was trying to give me a list of universities to actually apply to, whether it would be in like graphic arts or sorry, graphic design, web development, something like that. He just wanted to find something that would make me happy later on. It was a little program here at Purdue that they had for people interested in the Polytechnic Institute, because that is where actually my major falls in for the specific school. And I got to learn more about it through there. I talked to one of the Polytech advisors, and that's how I ended up deciding that being a user experience designer is what I wanted to be. And here I am. And if I had not chosen user experience design, I would have probably came in as undecided. So that's how I ended up coming across to UI UX.
That's very interesting. So to anybody who don't know it, so here it is. That is UX and UI. Next question is going to be something that you're going to love, because I get so many messages, people asking me what projects do you do in my day-to-day life.
Mm-hmm.
Asks me like, how many projects did you do in college, what kind of projects do you do. I know like because of all the copyright issues with our universities, we can't really tell details about the project, but we can give an outline. So tell me what projects designed for UI and UX.
Honestly, when it comes to UI UX, you can use any type of scenarios, because honestly, if you think about it, in the world before UI and UX designers came, in many departments there was just a lot of people that would be fixing issues and consulting with customers, but they never knew what that whole middle ground was that actually was in charge of solving all these issues. So we kind of learned more about this through our program, and you can honestly, like I said, take any scenario out there, whether it's like redesigning the space of a grocery store or redesigning a new aspect to help motivate people with fitness. These are some project examples I had to do throughout my semesters. And finally, I'm in like my last studio class where I'm actually going to be conducting my own project altogether by myself. So I'm very excited about that. But I will say this, that you can take any scenario and turn it into like a research-based project, an interaction design project. There's so many components, because in UX, it's not just one standard thing you're doing. There's so many branches. And my specialization is user research. So I've tried to go for more research-based things where I can really dig deep more into the problem and analyze situations. But honestly, the projects can be anything, as long as you're finding a problem space that you are passionate about wanting to solve for, and you go on from there. Or if you're creating a whole new product, you can start from that and still learn more about like the use case scenarios with it and continue to improve it. So many things. I can't really be too specific as to what type of projects there are.
It's awesome. Can I ask you one simple question regarding the products though? Like when designing the projects, for example, if it is like a computer-based project, do you guys stick on to like any like language barriers, like just to use HTML, CSS, or
that is a good question. So we only had to do like HTML and CSS for one semester in our class, but that is only probably going to be applied if you're going into heavy interaction design, because then you're going to have to learn how to really bring that solution to life. I'm not an interaction designer, so unfortunately I cannot provide too much knowledge on that, but maybe some friends of mine, if they are watching this, or any classmates of mine, if they are watching this and they are interaction designers, they can probably give more input on this type of scenario. But we mostly, when it comes to like prototyping a solution, we'll use Figma. So that is actually a prototyping website, and it's a prototyping tool where we create the visuals of these type of solutions. But it really depends on what area you are trying to focus on, and that's when you might have to use programming languages. But I have learned HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and jQuery, but I never use it anymore.
We talked about so much of like serious stuff. Let's come into like the fun zone for some time. How did the idea of YouTube started?
Oh, wow. Okay. That means I really have to think back. Well, actually, this really started as a dream when I was a kid, and I used to pretend, because I used to really be into like the whole doll reviewing things, and I actually had some of the dolls that some people, when they were like 10 and 11 made videos on. So I used to pretend to like take these little dolls and toys. I would review them, review the aspects of them, and I would sometimes create these videos, which no, I do not have footage of this anymore. You guys will never see this footage because it has since been deleted. But actually, way before that, it was when my family and I went to Goa, and we just created these fun family videos on a vlogging camera. Never posted them, never had the intention of doing that because I felt like I was too young to put myself out there. But I really ended up taking this dream seriously when it came to the summer before senior year of high school. And Krish, you knew this because I'm just like, bro, I'm about to go to Europe. I'm visiting like 4 different cities. I'm gonna try my best to like vlog my adventures there. And he's just like, do it. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And so it did not start till that summer. And that is where only like part of my Europe series came alive. But that's where it really started. And I was a huge travel and food YouTuber. But, you know, due to circumstances in my life, because I don't get to travel as often, but I just like ended up straying away from that aspect until I was like, you know, maybe sometime in my life, once I've like graduated, I have a stable income from a good job, I'll be able to finally go on to that aspect that I've always wanted to. But then I started going more into lifestyle. So that's when I did like fun day in the life vlogs or just like fun sit down things where it's just like I had a side passion for beauty, and I do have a beauty account for that. If Krish wants to go ahead and advertise that, he can. That's up to you.
I can leave the link in the description below.
Awesome. Yeah. Yes, I did that. I actually still continued food vlogs still. I ended up creating more food review type videos actually during like this whole quarantine period because I'm like, you know what? My family and we miss having food. I'm stuck at home for like who knows how long. So I decided to just go ahead and start reviewing more food things. I ended up starting my collaboration series, and that's when I think like during quarantine, that's when I got more serious about my channel than ever before.
Awesome. So the next question is like, how many credits do you have to take as in UI UX design?
It really depends on your graduation path. For me, I'm doing all 4 years, so it will range from 15 to 16 credits. Maybe some years will be more busier than others. It really depends on how fast you're planning on tracking through your whole progress of the degree. For me, I am currently taking 16 credit hours now. I might have to up that a little bit just so that I can get everything in before I graduate. But usually it will be 15 to 16, but it also depends on whether you are double majoring or if you're minoring and you have certificates, that can always change. But average, I would say 15 to 16 credits.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining Coffee Time.
Thank you so much for having me on your channel, Krish. It was so much fun. Now, please hop onto my channel sometime too, because these messages will not stop.
Yes. So, finally, thank you so much for everybody who has watched. I hope you all got the experience. And finally, once again, subscribe to my channel, and also please do subscribe to Ria's channel too. So we both are going to make some excellent content. Keep following. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at Krish_Bhavna.
If you want to follow me on Instagram, it is Ria.Singh101. So RHEA.SINGH101. Like I said, I did kind of mention my beauty account. So for anyone who's into more beauty and makeup related stuff, my account for that one is glam_by_Ria. And I actually have that linked in my actual Instagram. And of course, my YouTube channel, if you guys are looking for more like entertaining, fun, and just like lifestyle related content, feel free to subscribe to me on there. It'll just be some time before I can actually get some content on there, but I promise once the technical problems are done, I will have videos coming in.
Awesome. So yes, thank you so much, Ria. Thank you, everybody. And that's the video for today. See you all very, very, very soon. Until then, this is Krish Bhavna signing off. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.